While the ensemble sets up, I'll introduce the tune. Let's see. The saxophone was invented by a Belgian-born instrument maker named Adolphe Sax. He actually received the patent for this instrument around 1846. And Mr. Sax actually survived a couple of near-death situations as a child. He fell down an extremely long flight of stairs, and he also drank acid that he thought was milk, and got through all that and went on to actually invent a lot of other, not only just saxophones, but other woodwind and brass instruments that were actually held in very high regard by professional musicians at that time. The story does kind of take a sad turn because a lot of competitors, instrument makers, were very jealous of his success. They sued him, they stole his patents, and Mr. Sax ended up dying penniless, never knowing how popular his invention would become. It's kind of a hybrid instrument, has some woodwind and brass properties, and it was meant to kind of bridge the gap between some of the upper woodwind instruments and the low brass and some of the military bands. So that was the function of it. And earlier, you were introduced to the sopranino sax. Well, that extended the range of the saxophone family up a little bit. But normally what we have is what's represented here: the soprano, the alto, the tenor, and the baritone. And those four instruments are used in school settings and most professional settings. Sopranino's a little bit rare. Now we're extending the family downward with this instrument, the bass saxophone. Probably the largest saxophone you'll ever see. But this is a very versatile instrument. I think we all can agree it really found its home in jazz, but you can hear this instrument performed in so many other styles of music, whether it's classic rock, pop, R&B, Motown, and of course even classical music, even though the sax is not considered a regular member of the symphony orchestra. Well, I think you're really going to enjoy this song because we're going to go back to the heyday of the saxophone, the big band swing era, and we're going to do a song by a great band leader you might have heard of by the name of Woody Herman. And you know, Woody Herman always attracted great saxophone players in his section. You might know the name of Zoot Sims, Al Cohn, Stan Getz. These were monster players at the time, really influencing everybody else. This song was written by his baritone saxophonist, a gentleman named Jimmy Giuffre, and I think you're really going to enjoy hearing all the different sounds from the saxophone section. So, I should introduce Ryan and Aquino, Bill, Mickey, Chris, Reed, Isaac, and Tom joining me on this one. It's called Four Brothers.